Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your reading, your bonus read for Monday the 22nd. Now, I just did a reading and it was absolutely beautiful, such a lovely reading, and I was so excited about it, and somehow I've deleted it and it's really gone. And I hear people doing that all the time and I think, how can you do that? But guess what? I just found out. So thank you very much for subscribing to my channel and for your patience over the weekend while I got your weekly readings out to you, which was really wonderful because I know some readers get hammered if they don't get readings out on time, and I'm like, that's really sad because people are doing it. And, you know, in total, doing 12 readings takes at least 3 to 4 hours, so it's not a small part of your day. I love doing it, there's no doubt about that, but just so that people have an understanding that each video takes, you know, 10 to 15 minutes. Some people put videos up that take half an hour. So, you know, I hate to see people angry and ungrateful for what readers offer them when we really enjoy what we do. So, but anyway, I did a beautiful reading and it was lovely, really nice. And I lost it, so I'm very sorry about that. So I went to go to work and then I thought, you know what, no, I'll go back and do another one. I just won't lose this one. I did check my deleted files thinking that maybe it went into there, but it didn't. It went off into the ether, so maybe it was a reading for me to hear and only me only. So anyway, let's see what's coming in for you. Okay, the Ten of Swords. Some of you are at the end of a cycle here, and it's a cycle that's probably resulted in you being hurt, some sort of betrayal. Whatever this ending is, it hasn't been easy for you. It could be anything, you know what it is. Often when we come to the end of a cycle, there's the realization that we've had enough and we want to turn things around. And I feel like for a lot of you there, and my voice is croaky again, this is about understanding this cycle that you've been through. I think people have a really good understanding. We saw, you know, in the last few weeks, things like the Tower coming up quite a lot. And I just think a lot of us are evolving, so we understand the need for ends of cycles. Now, the first card we have here is the Seven of Swords. So this ending, whatever you've experienced here, whatever's happened, this ending could have created a lot of confusion for you. This card here always talks about, you know, having a lot of choices, not being sure of the direction to go. So if you've had a betrayal or something's gone wrong in your life that you're just recovering from, or you've reached the end of this cycle, you're in this sort of situation now where you're trying to work out which way to go here. A lot of mental conflict, guys. So a lot of thinking, a lot of, you know, what ifs here. And that's understandable too, because when we come out of a cycle that, you know, has created so much drama, you know, emotion, whatever it is for you, there's always this feeling of, you know, where do I go? What do I do now? You know, ending jobs, ending relationships, that type of thing is very difficult. But what I can say to you is there is a new start in sight for you here. So there is something that will require you to take a leap of faith. But something new, a new beginning is coming in. And obviously it's been awarded to you because you've finished a cycle. I like this. This is destiny. So this has been already written for you. Depends on how you see that. I mean, if you're an Akashic Records person, you'll know that you predicted this for yourself a long time ago. But then for me, Akashic Records, people talk about free will. And I feel like if you're an Akashic Record believer or reader, then everything is your destiny. So for me, this is about something occurring here in your life that's brought an ending to something. Now, it could be something as deep and meaningful as an ending to the way you think about things, an ending to not trusting who you are, an ending to, you know, believing in the ego rather than in yourself. But whatever this is here, it may have caused you confusion and a lot of thinking, a lot of going around your own head, a lot of conflict in yourself. But I feel like you've dealt with this now and you're so ready to move forward with this new version of yourself. Now, what you've got to be careful here is not to hang on to what you've learned, what you've not learned. So don't hang on to your past. Don't hang on to the thoughts and feelings that came with this. Okay, that you've been through them, you've transformed now, you've probably gone through a lot of stuff here, but it's okay to leave it behind now, move on, because what's opening up for you here is a brand new start. And it's a beautiful new start because it's a destined one, and it's about love. Now, I have to say to you here, before I drew this card out, I'm thinking some of you have understood the lesson of self-love. And this is like a continuation of the one I lost. Because what happened is, in that last reading that just went out into the ether, it talked about understanding your journey and understanding the need to love who you are, not the ego or the person you were taught to be. Now, I know that's a very deep concept, and people who've been through the journey will understand what I'm talking about there. For example, if you've had a very trauma-filled childhood, and you've become very lacking confidence and self-esteem, and you've worked on that as an adult, you've healed your inner child, and now you're ready to move forward. That is the sort of journey I'm talking about. So I feel like this card is one of self-love, not so much of loving someone else. Because now what you've realized is you are the person that can put stability into your life. I like this. It's beautiful. We often think that we have to be in a partnership or have a significant other because we need someone to look after us, care for us, and be the person which really is replacing your father. That's why people talk about this being, you know, a fatherly thing. A partner or a person in your life is there because everything else in your life is fantastic and they add value to your life. And I feel like maybe some of you have struggled with that concept and have had to be forced into perhaps a period of being alone to understand how to love yourself. Because it's very difficult to have someone else love you if you don't love who you are. It doesn't result in healthy relationships. So, and I talk from experience here, so I'm not preaching to the unconverted. I'm preaching because I understand the journey. So this idea of self-love here has now brought in some stability for you that you've been looking for, but you didn't quite understand, and maybe you were looking externally for that, but now you've realized that's within you. Now I have a King of Swords coming out here. Now this is this can represent a Aquarius, Libra or Gemini, but for me this is you here. This is you being able to speak your truth, stand your ground, and understand your place in the world. And you are able to speak your truth now. You're able to trust who you are. Somehow or another, you brought yourself round to this energy of understanding your place in the world. It's beautiful. Look, I just realised he's got butterflies up here. That's really significant in this reading because he's got moons as well. So what I'm feeling here, it's like you've uncovered and rebirthed this part of you that you didn't know about. I like it. You're now ready to fly and soar with eagles. Beautiful. Okay, so the Judgment card is here, and the Judgment card tells me now that you definitely have rebirthed yourself. So what I was seeing here is exactly what is going on. So you've had a rebirth of yourself. This isn't about second chances with someone else. This is a second chance to live your life the way you want it. This is amazing because it's like you've understood the journey of life. You know, this is discarding the victim ego. It's discarding the ego fully. So you're no longer feeling victimized by a life. It's like you're ready to really move forward and do your part. You're not going to blame everybody else anymore. You know it's your responsibility. It's about you moving forward in your truth. Oh, and look at this. I don't even want to say anything to spoil that. I'm all teared up. Look at it. This is what you've created now. You've created this happiness deep within yourself. You don't need other people to make you happy. You've understood it. Everything comes from your heart. Wow. And another deep reading. And if you'd have seen the last one, you would have understood what I was saying. So I'm going to pull you an oracle card here, if Spirit will let me pull one out. Sometimes it's hard. They just decide that they're going to play around. Look. Okay, come on. Give me... Hey, beautiful. So the card you have out, oh, I love it. The card you have out here is Creator, Catalyst, Maker, Mother, Father. You are the creator of your own destiny. I'll read it out to you though. It's number 9. Oh, number 9. Nice number. Sorry, I'm still reading from the book. My apologies, but I still can't learn them all in that quicker time. So the blessing is you have much to teach. And if you must create, and you are required by laws that bind together the entire natural and unnatural world to see through what you have shared and what you can. It's time to create and to share with your creations your knowledge. It is time, in short, to be a maker, a parent, a mature being. How perfect for that reading. So what it's saying to you is that you've now created the life that you wanted. You've been able to discard what no longer serves you and move forward as this fully whole being. You know, in the middle of the reading is this Ace of Cups, and I feel like that's self-love. And then you, at the end, have this being able to build around that. Beautiful reading. I'm glad I redid. Thank you.